Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Car Radio Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Car Radio Show with me, Demographics. So far, so good. And hey, those of you wanted to see Juliet Asantewa Asante. Here she is. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be on this show finally.
I mean, we are very happy you made time to grace the occasion and be on the show to share your experience and ideas with everybody out there because people miss you.
Oh, yes. That's such a nice thing to say. I miss everybody too.
So, what have you been up to behind the scenes?
Oh my goodness, there's been a lot going on. I'm sure you know of the Black Star International Film Festival.
Yes.
We are going to our 4th year this year. Imagine that. So that's been ongoing. My film just made it to 68 countries on Amazon, Silver Rain. So that's awesome. And then I started the Asantewa Library Project, which is we are trying to help kids travel the world through books. Because when I was growing up, you know, I loved reading and I used to spend all my money on reading romantic books though. So it was the Mills and Boons and stuff, but it really made a difference in my life. And so I think that nowadays it's very difficult to see a young kid pick a book. And so whatever we can do. So the Asantewa Library Project, that's also ongoing. This year is a year of reading. Do you know that?
I don't know.
Ghana Library Authority just announced this as the year of reading. So I'm challenging you to push this on your show.
Yes.
Your innovative show.
Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, Asantewa Reading Project. So let me take you back a bit. All this while, how come you don't post any of these things on social media for people to see? I know for the film festival it's all over and people are sending entries from other countries. But how come Ghana, you've gone on the low, just in your corner, keeping it cool?
I haven't gone on the low, but you see, the things that I'm doing, they require a lot of focus, concentration, and just getting it to stand on its feet as a business. Because, you know, before we started the film festival, for instance, we were told that an international film festival cannot work in Ghana. And truly, the elements that work against it are many. And so getting it to stand despite the challenges in the environment, including our understanding of what a film festival is. People don't even know what a film festival is. So if you've heard of Sundance Film Festival, if you've heard of Tribeca, if you've heard of Berlinale, that's a similar thing we're trying to do here with the Black Star International Film Festival. Cannes. People travel from here and go to Cannes, and we are telling them, come to Black Star International Film Festival. If you see anybody at Cannes and you don't see them at Black Star International Film Festival, call them out. Yeah,
I think right now, as we speak, FESPACO is ongoing in Burkina Faso, and that's happening because the country is supporting and funding this film festival.
Absolutely.
So, are you getting support from Ghana government for the film festival?
Well, the government has been supportive, but we need more support, you know, because the problem is a lot. So, and then what the issues we are trying to tackle is a lot. So, we are continuing to advocate for more support. And so we are saying thank you for all the support in the past. We've had support since our first year from government, and it has grown over the years. I think we had our highest support last year, but it's nowhere near what we need to make this festival do anything near what you know. You mentioned from FESPACO to Berlinale. In fact, interestingly, with Berlinale, which is based in Berlin, Germany, which is supported by Goethe Institute, which is like the cultural arm of the of the German government. You know, research shows that with every, I think, $2 or €3 that the government pumps into Berlinale, they get about $20 to $30 back. Wow! So it's a great investment, you know, because you know it creates the ecosystem for industry to thrive, which in itself is invaluable. The sector is going down. If the sector has to thrive, it's not just about individual productions. You need an ecosystem to engage, to sell, to network, to learn, to do business, all of these things. And you know, that's what we do with the festival. But I wanted to say something quickly. You mentioned FESPACO.
Yes.
You know that there's an unrest going on in that environment right now, right? Which is affecting FESPACO.
Wow.
And so when anything happens that destabilizes the country, it affects everything. And so FESPACO this year is having some issues because they're having some kind of unrest in that country.
I thought that unrest actually went down, but then...
Well, I mean, you can go and look at the news, you know. So that's why we need Ghana to be peaceful, so we can go about our duty.
That's why we need Ghana to be peaceful. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's still the Car Radio Show with me. I'm chilling with Juliet. Yeah, Asantewa Asante. Hey, the people's favorite. Okay, so let's bring back to the book festival.
Right.
Are you partnering schools to do this?
Oh, the Yasantua Library Project. Yes, I mean, as we speak now, I think we're about to get a school at Baraleshi that we are already partners with the Library Authority.
Okay.
They're going to help us with technical training because it's a citizen movement. So it's me, you, people giving 1 CD, people are giving 10 CDs, 100 CDs, 1,000 towards the project. We haven't gotten enough to support the project. So right now, a lot of it is coming from, you know,
friends and yourself.
You know,
I mean,
but we need more support. So we just got it looks like we're getting a place at Baraleshi. We've been working on this Sowadine School Junction place. I'm telling you, I don't want to, wrap up on anybody, but it's been a steady impatience, and it's unfortunate that whatever challenges we are facing from adults is preventing the young people from enjoying the books that they should be reading now. So, I mean, if you have any influence on those who are overseeing Sowadine area, please send a message and say they should, you know, I mean, they should just chill out. They should chill. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your take on the current security issue in the country?
Well, I'm sure you can tell that I'm unhappy with it, and which is why I'm doing the one woman walk. One woman. It's a peace walk. Obviously, if you're trying to advocate for peace, you yourself, you have to demonstrate peace. And so we are hoping that some people have said they'll join me on Tuesday morning. It's a peace walk. I have to announce. First, it's
are you doing this because your name? Yeah, Santua.
No, well, I'm lucky. Let me say first and foremost, this keeps coming back, and I'm very lucky to be named after Yasantua. In fact, I keep asking my parents because I'm not an Asante, you know.
Oh, really?
I'm a Kwemu and Fanti. In fact, I'm more Fanti even than Kwemu if you go by the matrilineal, even though I have more Kwemu blood in me. But my parents, you know, decided to name me Yasantua, and you know, I'm grateful for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, I mean, if I see something which is not right, I won't speak against it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a public figure and everybody's expecting something like this from you. Okay, so it's still the Car Radio Show, and I'm here with Juliet. See, the way I'm happy to have her on the show, you have no idea. And she didn't even stress us. She's like, okay, don't worry, I'll come on the show. Yeah, because she believes in a dream. Okay, so back to the security issue I was talking about in the country. Yeah, I was asking if okay, or people expect this from you because you're a public figure. And how has it been? Is it challenging to put up such a one-woman demonstration?
Well, I mean, for one, you asked me earlier on, I mean, when we were speaking, you asked me about what the drive is.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, I've said this, I don't know if you've heard it before, but I grew up in Liberia. And we all know what happened to Liberia. I mean, I remember as a little girl coming out one morning and then, you know, things started to go bad, and as they say, the rest is history. And so for me, it's happened to me before in the country I called home, that I still love and call home. And Ghana is my home country, and so should I sit down as a citizen and let this happen when I've seen this before? And I keep saying, young people, most of you, you're young and maybe you haven't seen this before, or you've heard that Sierra Leone or Liberia or Congo or whichever other African country, and you're thinking this can never happen to, you know, in Ghana. I'm telling you, I'm not going to mention the horrors, but if this country goes south or goes down a downward spiral, your life is over as you know it. You become a refugee in somebody's country. They will kill your parents. They will kill your siblings. I mean, the risk is really high. As a country, we have so much to gain. We have respect as a country. We have gaps, it's true, we have challenges, but we are growing and closing those gaps. And for us to be able to close that gap, we need peace. And that's all that advocatism. And for you to be able to solve a problem, you need to identify what the problem is. And part of identifying that problem is diagnosing what the actual problem and giving it the right name. So we need to stop calling it vigilantism. I can't say that enough. But I think your next question was what again? After?
How are we getting all the political parties to support this?
At the end of the day, we as citizens, the politicians serve us, right? And we have a bigger voice. And really, this is non-partisan. I tell you, the gentleman who died in Kumasi at the NDC head office, probably got up and was like to his people, his family, like, I'll see you in the evening or something, and that was it. The live gun, the live bullet knows no colors, it knows no tribe, it knows nothing. And if you are passionate about politics, if you are passionate about your future, you are a young person, you need peace to be able to go about your normal duties. And so I am saying that any political party that doesn't heed to this, the president himself has put his voice behind it. So we can say for certain that the president's position is supportive of this position, that he's giving the parties 1 week, and we are emphasizing that within 1 week the parties should come to a conclusion. Now let's not rush it, because obviously there's some dialogue and the right solution has to be found so that people don't go underground and resurface in 2020. However, any party that doesn't heed this, it means that that party doesn't love Ghana, and we should not vote for that party.
That's true.
That's all I'm calling for.
That's all she's calling for. So all of us, let's join her on this peaceful walk. And I know you're doing it all the way from African region to Parliament.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long walk.
It's a long walk. It's a long walk because the issue is long. The issue is long, and we need to find, this is no joke. I'm going to sweat. In fact, I'm not in the best of health right now, but I spoke to my doctor and he said I should do this work. And because I love Ghana so much, and because this is so important, even though I'm not in the best of health, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I am calling everyone, the hashtag is why I work for Ghana. You don't have to join me. I'm working Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. from region. You don't have to join me. In fact, every young person in this country, you can also do your own work from wherever. Just go to the police station, ask for a protection, inform the police, hashtag why I work for Ghana. And if this is important to you, do your own work so the politicians know that we, the young people, we the people, we want our families safe, we want our brothers safe, our uncles, our husbands, our grandfathers, our sisters. We want everybody to be safe. And also we need to recognize that you don't need a lot of people. That's why I'm doing this alone. The power of one. So just one person.
Wow.
I'm working to make a difference. Obviously, I'm not stopping anyone from joining me. But if I was waiting for people to join me, I will make my voice heard. And we all need to be part of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's all get involved. Let's protect Ghana. So we are working to protect Ghana, happening 26th February, which is Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Yes, and Juliet, our public figure, international filmmaker, will be walking all the way from African Region Hotel to Parliament. But hey, she's going to do it 7 a.m. If you want to join, feel free. Or if you don't have time to join here,
and
you can also do it.
Coming, no party colors. I need to make if you come and you are rowdy, we'll ask you to step aside. This is non-political. This is citizens raising our voices and saying we want a peaceful environment from now to 2020 and beyond in order to be able to carry on our duties in a peaceful manner. I want to be able to work and prosper and see the good outcome of the work that I put in. And if the environment is unsafe, I'm unsafe. My family is unsafe. My child is unsafe. You are unsafe. And at the end of the day, the politicians don't have a choice but to listen to us, the people. And we need to make our voices heard.
Wow. That was good. Now, let me take you to film. Now, let's talk film.
Right.
Is the Ghana industry growing?
Well, we could grow more. I mean, definitely there was a time when I started out, there was a time when a lot more productions were happening. But then it was a different time. In fact, when you say the good old days, in this particular instance, unfortunately, is very relevant. The good old days, there was the Ghana Film Corporation. And if you wanted to act, all you had to do was go there. With time, you would meet people and network. In fact, it is on that premise, one of the premise that we started the Black Star International Film Festival, because then that's the platform that people can meet and engage. Because without that platform, where do you go? So now I would ask the simple question: if you're out there and you want to act, where do you go? Who do you speak to? I mean, people are jumping all over themselves to speak to me, and sometimes I'm like, I'm only one person, and if I'm not doing a production, I'm not doing a production. But if there was a place where people could meet and engage and even exchange knowledge and ideas, then it's a good, which is one of the things we do at Basic.
I think what is happening these days is you see a poster, do you want to be a star? Now the attention is more of creating stars and not going and putting the environment for people to develop themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
exactly.
And one thing I realized is we don't take short films in this country as film.
Right.
We feel when you do a short film, then you're not a filmmaker.
It's because you see the marketing, the pipeline is not there. So how to market your film and distribute your film and all that becomes a problem. So even if you've done a feature film, which is a long form, even that one, getting a distribution, how difficult it is. So let alone if you do a short film. Short films is for training. Sometimes you have a message that has to be, impactful and straight to the point, and you really don't need a long narrative. So short films have their place. But when you have a system where, the dynamics of it, the marketing of it, the business of it is not well structured, it's like telling an investor to come and invest in a 1 million project vis-a-vis a $10 million project. It's the same amount of work, but he will get more with the 10 million project. So he will likely ignore you the 1 million. So if whether it's an investor or distributor, the amount of work that goes into it is the same thing. So if I'm going to put in work, I might as well put it in a long form film vis-a-vis a short form film. But we are the Black Star International Film Festival. I mean, as an international festival, we accept we have a category for short films as well. And the hope is that people will practice and kind of become perfect in the business of it and in the craft of it as well, and then they can move on to the long form film.
Okay, thank you very much. I mean, we're still on the car radio. We're having fun. Hey, I don't even want to stop this interview because I know when she goes, we won't find her again.
Oh, I'm not that difficult to find, am I?
Yeah, you're very busy. That's the whole point. Yeah, recently we released The Burial of Kojo. And God being so good.
Right.
It has hit Netflix.
Yeah, but so, we need more. We need more. I mean, I am on Amazon. I'm in 68 countries. You have Kojo on Netflix. 1 or 2 or 3 is not conducive for a tipping point. We need more. Which is one of the reasons why after my film I decided I wasn't going to do another film immediately, but I will step aside and do a film festival, because then when a lot more people succeed, then we can all succeed together. I think Ghanaians, we have to cultivate that spirit more, that we need to, there's strength in numbers. We need to do this together. So for instance, industry people who are cutting their nose to spite their faces and saying, I won't come to the festival, you're not doing me, you're doing yourself. You know what I mean? Because we have people from all over the world come, and they are coming because of you. And you are here and you're not taking advantage of it. It is sad. And so we need to be able to understand that we need to do it collectively. One person getting distribution doesn't make an industry. 2 people getting distribution does not make an industry. We have a lot of young people who are hungry for work, who have talent and want things to do. And so when we come together, and that is why we are even calling on government to pass a law where a certain percentage of content on TV is kind of, mapped out for local producers, because then the local production companies will also grow, employ more people, and we can also control the kind of narrative that gets out there for young people to copy.
Yes, it's still the Car Radio Show, having fun. We're talking film, we're talking the Peace Walk, February, of course, all the way from African region. Hey, you can do yours wherever you find yourself in the country. And
the
then
hashtag is why I work for Ghana. That's it. Why I work for Ghana.
So you can take a video of yourself, post it, hashtag why I work for Ghana, and then all of us will join. Yes, let's support our own Black Star International Film Festival. Okay, so
the local guys are doing well these days. I love the local. I mean, like this today. I was listening to this guy who did this Jama song. Oh man, I like it.
That's Mike Smith.
Is that it? Okay. I see.
DJ Mike Smith.
DJ Mike Smith.
So has Azali submitted?
Who?
Azali Film. Or they are waiting. I think you just opened the nomination.
Azali was actually supposed to be our opening film last year, and Azali, it was actually chosen and announced, and Azali pulled out for whatever reason. But as the president, founding president of the festival, I cannot go too much into it. They had their own reasons, but and so I'm not too sure where the direction is going to be. I think sometimes the understanding, especially for new filmmakers, and also people get overtaken by if people tell them they've done well. I mean, it's a great film. Sometimes people have their own reasons, and sometimes it's all purely financial or strategy. So they must have had a strategy that wasn't in sync with screening as an opening film for BSIFF, which was disappointing for us, because when we watched it, the jury thought it was a great film. And last year, the theme for the festival was film as a tool for national development, and it fit perfectly. And we do go out to look for films. I mean, we premiered Black Klansman last year, the African premiere. Look at where it's gotten to. So that's the story with Azali.
I'm sure this year they'll come.
Well, the competition is high, so every year you get more competition. So I mean, if they make it through, fine. I don't know if they've submitted. As the president, I'm not involved with the selection or submissions. I'm not involved with any of that, so I can't comment on that.
So when are you giving us your next film? I know Silver Rain is still making waves all over.
Well, let BSIF stand. We are running a membership thing. So guys, do something for me.
Just
Go
a
to
cool
our
20
website.
cities.
Just 20 cities per.
Hey!
And you can attend all of our events. I mean, you can watch over 20 films during the festival. You can attend our music concert. You can attend our workshops. Last year, we did a workshop on acting, screenwriting, all of that. We have panel sessions, markets. You don't have to be a filmmaker. In fact, film festivals, the filmmakers, all they do is submit their films.
And go.
Everything else is about you, whether you're a student, a corporate, not unemployed, anything, especially for young people. This year, the theme is connecting cultures, and we need you guys to come. So 20 Ghana cities.
Just 20 cities.
Just 20 cities. Go to bsiff.org. I mean, during the festival, it's like 400, 500, and it's going to jump up again. But now it's only for 20 cities, and we also have parties and all these things that happen off peak. So even outside of the festival, I mean, this Thursday, we are actually doing a symposium at the African region from 6 p.m. But you have to register. You have to register for all our programs. So you have to go to bsiff.org. Org is O-R-G. Okay. And register. Okay.
Wow. Just register. Just register. Simple.
Yeah.
Just register. Join the Black Star International Film Festival. Hey, we're going to make it big. 4th edition. So many films to watch with 20 Ghana cities. What else?
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? And you meet all the industry giants.
Yeah.
Take your pictures. Talk to them. Network.
You meet the stars.
Yeah.
The people you love. You meet me.
I've already registered. Have you registered? Black Star International Film Festival. Guys, if you don't want to register online, just send me the money. 0242-806-965 and I'll register you.
You register for them?
Yes, I'll put them there and then we'll have fun. So, wow.
Look, this show is hot and the car is equally hot.
Yeah. Hot show, hot car, hot music. Okay, so Juliet is going to take over as a presenter. and she's going to interview me now.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
where will I start from?
Okay, so I happen to be a production designer, and I did a
Okay.
production design for the Burial of Kojo. So.
Oh my goodness, you did!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Look, I was invited to the premiere of the film, but the invitation came like hours before,
Wow.
so I couldn't attend. But I've heard such great things, and to be able to get distribution like that, you know, we actually hope that maybe we can get him, the producer, to come to the festival and talk about the distribution process, because that is the one gap that local filmmakers have. I mean, look, this is a business, so it looks like we are joking, but it's not joke. It's business, and it's serious money. And so if you're going to put money in your production, like anything, if you're going to sell something, you don't just get up and go and sell it without thinking through where you sell it, how you sell it, where you make your money back, and so you can buy the item again and sell again.
We'll be right back. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy for someone to believe in your work.
Right.
Yes, and I really appreciate that you came on the show. We are sweating, but we're still doing the show.
I mean, I love it. Look, I love it. The fact that you're being very innovative. You're young, you're being innovative, and I love it. I mean, you're not waiting for some big camera or some big thing. You're using your small car, which I love, hot car, which I love. You know, your camera and all that, and you know, it's an easygoing show. You are making the most of what you have, and every young person has a phone. If everybody will get up and do something, like on Tuesday,
Yes.
do something. Why I work for Ghana?
Yes.
Do something, whatever it is that is on your heart, do it. And as a young gentleman, you're doing this, and I think that this show will go far because it's innovative.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll talk about it.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down Tuesday, right from African Region Hotel to Parliament. Hashtag why I work for Ghana. Let's join Juliet. Hey, she's going to do it herself, and I'm there. I'm going, and I'll be there. So I was talking about the
power of one.
the power of one.
One woman walk.
I'll dilute it when I come to be the power of two. then I'll come with the power of three. But I mean, anyway, we're just coming to support you,
right,
so that in case you have to hold your water bottle and other things we do. Yeah.
Right,
so last year I was saying that I wanted the Neseno to perform, and they're like, it's fully booked because too many people were there for the concert. And trust me, this year I'm not going to take that chance.
You can't take that chance, you know. You can't, as an artist, you can't take that chance because you know there's a good intersection. There's intersection between music and film is so tight. I mean, can you remember one film you watched where there was no music? In fact, I think it's last year or 2 years. The leading track was from a film. The leading album the entire year was from, I think, The Greatest Showman or so. So the intersection between music and film is so close, and especially this part of the world where copyright is such an issue. And you know, if you don't have the music in your film, right, no distributor will touch you. In fact, this program, if you put like music on it which is not yours, YouTube after a while will flag it. And so we really need to also look into the different genres of music. I mean, whether it's experimental music, new genres of music. I mean, over the last couple of years, Afrobeats have come out. Who knows what's the next genre, and whether it will come from Ghana and what we're going to do. Young people now, you're always wowing us, you know, with amazing things. And so all of this, you can attend, you can submit, you can do all of that. And if you're attending a normal music concert, how much will you pay?
How much do you pay?
But now you can do all of this. You can come to the music concert. You can come to the award show. All of this for just 20 Ghana cedis.
Hey,
so it's great.
Award show, musical concert, the festival, just a cool 20 cities.
Yeah.
Black Star International Film Festival. We're doing this for Ghana. Hey, let's take advantage.
And you know, one of the festival is we are very focused on advocacy. And one of the things that we are pushing for this year, if you follow me on social media, please, my name is Juliet Asantu Asante on all social media platforms. If you follow me on social media, you see that, and this Thursday, that's what we'll be talking about. We've been trying to say that, listen, we have great locations. Why is it that we are not using them as film locations and inviting inviting the world here. There's something called film tourism. And if you look at, I mean, did you watch Game of Thrones?
I watched just some part
Okay,
of it.
Game of Thrones, for instance, part of it was shot in Scotland. Do you know that the community it was shot in, they recorded over $30 million revenue more
from tourists
since Game of Thrones came out in just 1 year. Latest statistics. And so we have all these castles, we have all the beaches, we have amazing things. When I started out, I even did Deadly Voyage with a budget of $5 million.
Wow.
And so, you know, now you don't even have those productions coming to Ghana. But even if we went back to our old days and we had films, small films worth $5 million, even 4 of them, how much is that? That's $20 million.
Yeah.
And we are here looking for money. Every film employs, even the worst films would employ more than 5 to 10 people. The
That's
great
true.
ones employ like 100, 200. Within a few months, we have all these young people looking for jobs. So, you know, we need to be able to sell ourselves also so that those in government understand the value of investing in the sector. We are not asking for handouts. We are not saying come and help us and that's it.
Yeah.
We are saying that this is a good path towards the opportunities we are looking for as a country, whether it's foreign direct investment, creating jobs, skills transfer, selling Ghana. In fact, I know America through its films. I don't even know America through war. I know America through its films and its music. Ghana needs to ride on our film and music and also sell ourselves out there.
So, Ghana, you heard it. Still the Car Radio Show. You can tune in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you wanted to answer more questions, just send your questions to 0242-806-965. We've been on the show for more than an hour because all of you say you want to see her, and today she's like, take me. All right, shout out to my producer and Seno. Check his new song, This Thing, available on all platforms. The show is brought to you by Chekesi Restaurant inside Lakeside, Lamar's Company Limited, Arc Farms, Biscuity Trends, Farco Government Tailoring, and a whole lot more. So
the guy has sponsors.
See, we are just supporting ourselves. People who believe in your dream.
I love it.
And of course, this was made possible by Black Star International Film Festival.
Why I work for Ghana. You are a young person. This country belongs to you. Look, we all die and go. Me, I'm in my 40s. How many
still
more
fresh.
years? Oh, but thank you. But I'm still in my 40s. You know, most of you watching this film, you're either teens or in your 20s or in your 30s. The future is yours. Please don't let we, the old folks, spoil your future. Okay? So stand up in a peaceful manner and say what you want and what you don't want. And certainly what we want is for this country to be peaceful, for us to be able to go about our normal duties peacefully. And that's all we are asking for.
That's all we are asking for. It's been the Car Radio Show. Until then, catch us live. Catch us live on YouTube, on Instagram, the Car Radio Show, or you can follow me, CEO Demographics. You're spoiling there. She dey color the moves. Man, it's been a fun time talking to you. Yeah. So, Ghana, we are done on the Car Radio Show. Okay, so the show is over.
The show is over.
We are going to leave the car for Nene Seno. Producer, over to you. We are leaving the car. Let's leave the car for her.
We should leave the car.
Let's leave the car.
Okay, bye.